Yeah. Good morning, everyone. So, yesterday we learnt about how to handle mouse events. So, mouse event. So, we saw one example that is on mouse over, on mouse out, on mouse down, on mouse up, and on mouse move. We have these events. So these are all mouse events. We have different mouse events. And one example we saw how to handle them. We created one simple animation also. So yesterday we created a simple mouse over, mouse out, mouse down animation. Here so in this example, we used keyframes and animation, and we designed this one. So this is by using keyframe animation we created. Here some effects also we learnt. How the effects on mouse over we can increase the speed, decrease the speed. On mouse down we can control the speed. Actually, one more I will add here, overflow as hidden. Okay. So in this, what are the events we used is mouse down and mouse up. Mouse down means when I hold down the mouse button, it will increase the speed. And when we release the button, then it is going to set it to normal. We can change the events. Mouse over, another one, mouse out. So I posted this example. Have you tried? No. Because it requires knowledge on CSS keyframes to create such animation. Spinners, progress bars, all these requires some knowledge on CSS animation. When you learn CSS, you need to learn some animations. If you want these type of animations to practice, there is a website you can visit it. This is CSS loaders. You can try this website. CSS loaders GitHub IO. You can visit this. Here you will find a lot of loading type of animations here. These are all CSS animation. Hundreds will be there, different types of animations. Usually these are used in website building for showing the progress, logo animations. So many will be there. These are all CSS animations. So many will be there. So many will be there. These are regularly used in website building. They are regularly used in website building. And if you want to try these animations, generally for people who learn CSS, they can easily design this. These are general basic CSS animation. You can click on them and you will see the code available for them. You can try. That means you can see the CSS code, the keyframes, and you can try these animation. The code is available for all of this. These are very popularly used by developers in various requirements. These kind of animations are common in websites. Logos, animations, everything. Actually, first day when you created the React project and opened, this is the screen you are watching. And that we created today. We have some logo, we are rotating the logo, and now we are able to control the animation also. So this is an example to understand. I given mouse down and mouse up. We can use mouse over and mouse out animations. Two examples I given with it, mouse over. Yesterday we saw Flipkart like example how to do this and animation. One more option is, let's see mouse move. Mouse move indicates when user is continuously moving the mouse, you can define some effects. Let's see one example here. I will remove this part now. Okay. And all these classes I will remove. And let's keep a simple one. And this styles also not required now. Okay. I will copy some image into this. So we have some images. Let's copy one image and keep in our project folder public. In public, I have one image called flag. It is a GIF file. And let's create a design here. I'm having a div. For this div, I'm writing style. Style uses an height. We learned that styles are written in an object form, right? And height is suppose 1000 pixel. Below this, we have an image. Image source is flag.gif. And width of this image is 50. Height also 50. You can see this is the screen we are having. Actually, screen is empty as of now because I created one div. So this div is here. I created a div and this div height is 1000 pixel. Means very lengthy div. Below that there is a photo. There is one image. You can see when I scroll down, there is small image of flag at the bottom. If I don't scroll, I cannot see it because page is having so much height. I can't see that image. So now what we will do is, this is the screen. Your mouse pointer is here. The picture is here. What we will do is, we will get the position of mouse. We will get the x-axis position and y-axis position of mouse. Where mouse is present, we will get the position and we will apply that position to this image. That means the mouse X position and the mouse Y position, the mouse Y position, we will apply to image. Then image will be removed from here and it will be kept here. That means image will be here. How to remove element from its place? To remove any element from its place, in CSS you have a position absolute, or you can have a position fixed. You have two positions in CSS. These two positions will remove element from its place. What is difference between absolute and fixed position? Absolute will remove element from its place but keeps the element along with content inside page. But fixed position remove elements from its place and keeps the element with regard to window, browser window. I don't want this image along with content. I want this image along with window, browser window. Then we will use the position as what? Fixed. And we have to get mouse X position and mouse Y position. How to get X and Y position of mouse? We have an event argument. What is it? Client X. Another event argument is what? Client Y. They get the mouse positions, X and Y positions. Already in event arguments I showed you. JavaScript event arguments. Here event arguments you know. So what we are doing now is we are writing a simple here constant style object set style object. We have style object, set style object. We have a use state. And in this, what we are doing is we are creating one object. This object is having a position. Position is fixed. That is standard. Position is always fixed. And we have left, that is an empty string, and top also empty string. We are giving these values. Fixed position, left empty, and this. Now what should happen is this position should be applied to image. How to apply styles to image? Yesterday we learned style binding. Style, and this style is expecting an object. That object will come from here. And how to refer this object? By using style object. So style object we are applying. That is the style applied. Currently the position is fixed. Left is unknown. Top is also unknown. Now when user is moving the mouse on this, I will put a message, move mouse pointer to test something. And when user is moving the mouse on this main div, we will write a function. The function is like handle mouse move. That is the function. How this should work when user moves the mouse on mouse move, handle mouse move. This function will execute. How to get the position of mouse here? We have to use what? E. E refers to event argument. Now what we will do? Set a style object. In that position is already there. What is it? Fixed. And another one is what? Left. Left is actually x-axis position. That means E dot client X. It will get the number, but CSS needs a pixel. So we will add px as units. Client X will get 300, 200, but CSS requires a units, 300 pixel, 300 inches, like that. So px. Another is what? Top. Top position is E dot what? Client Y pixel. That means whenever you are moving the mouse, the position of mouse is collected and it is attached to the image. This is applied to image. Now what will happen here? When I move the mouse, the image is moving along with the mouse. That is a simple mouse animation here. That means image is present somewhere bottom we are removing image from its place and we are keeping the image along with the mouse. This is not React example. This is JavaScript. What do you think? You designed a React example? No, it's a simple JavaScript logic. Only the point is in React, we don't need to write much logic as JavaScript. In JavaScript, what we do, style dot position is equal to so much lengthy logic we have to write. But here just apply a style object. That means these are not React examples. These are all JavaScript examples. I just replicating them in general React. Because as I already told you, in React, nobody learns about event examples because all JavaScript events only here. Only the point is replicate and reconstruct every JavaScript design that you created using. We have to do that by using React. We have to do that by using React. So these are mouse events, how we can handle the mouse events. So mouse over, mouse out, mouse down, mouse up, and mouse move. So here what we are doing, logic is nothing complicated. What we are doing in this is, we have a mouse and we have, actually this picture is somewhere bottom. What we done is, we removed the picture from its place. We got the position of X and Y of mouse and that position we applied to image. Then image will be along with the mouse every time. When you are moving, it will move. I just kept image. You put some div span. You put some text. Anything you can keep. It's not like image only. Any element you can move along with the mouse. You can put a button. You can put spinners. You can put anything there. I just used an image. So this is an example of how do we handle mouse events. So I will copy this example also. This is example of a mouse animation. Animation.what.jsx. These are all mouse related events and how to use them in real world examples. One sample I show. Next important, in your JavaScript you learnt about keyboard events. Keyboard events. Same in React also we use. All examples are similar. What are the keyboard events you learnt in JavaScript? Same here. What are the keyboard events? On, key up, on, key down, and on, key press. These are the keyboard events you know in JavaScript. Same here also. And what is difference between key up, key down, and key press? In JavaScript, what is difference between key up, key down, key press? When to use key up, key down, when to use key press, you learned, no? So actually, what are these events? Why you need these events? For example, just one point here is, suppose I am typing here some text like John. Now, here if I ask how many keys pressed? How many keys pressed? Only 3 keys pressed. Only 3 keys pressed. J-O-H. N is not present. Because my cursor is still in N. That means how many keys up? Up means 4 keys up. 4 keys up, but only 3 keys present. Key press means you have to finish the key and use another key. Then key press is recognized. That means you finish the key and use another key. Now 4 keys are pressed. Suppose I am using a space. then 4 keys are present. Key press is an event in JavaScript that fires up when you finish the key and use another key. Key up is the event that fires up immediately when you release the key. Key up and key down immediate. Now, as a JavaScript developer in the front end user interface designing, when to use key up, key down, and when to use key press. If you are verifying the characters that user is typing, then always use key up, key down. If you are verifying the code of character user is typing, that means when user is typing, you want to verify the code of the character is ASCII codes. You know, uppercase A 65 to 90. If you are verifying the code, then use key press. If you are verifying the character, then use key up and key down. Why? Because the character code cannot be recognized using these events. Key up, key down are not good for code. They are good for character. You want to verify which character he typed, then you use key up and key down. You want to verify which character code he used, then you always use what? Key press. Why you need codes? I will show you. One example, we will see that. Actually, this key up, key down and key press difference you will understand. Suppose in your general JavaScript, you know that. Suppose this is your general JavaScript here. You see here, I am showing you input type text. So ID as txt name. Okay. And here on key up, I am using on key up. Verify is a function. Okay. Just write script function is verify. I am first showing you the difference between those three events. In general, your JavaScript, what is the difference first? Suppose you see now, I am having a username is suppose John. And where is txt name? It is coming from get element by ID. What it is? Txt name. Now we are writing a condition txt name dot value. I am writing a condition. If I am using username, txt name is matching with username, then I will put console log valid, otherwise invalid. Otherwise console log is invalid. Now what is my point is, I am verifying whether the name is matching with the name already available. Which event I am using? Key up event I am using. Actually, I am using key press, suppose. You see now. When I am using key press event, here inspect and go to the console. And in the console, check. Here I am typing. What is the name expected? J. It is invalid because it is expecting John. O still invalid. H still invalid. N still invalid. But actually it is matching. Why it is still invalid? Because N is not finished. Because I used key press. Key press means it will identify that N is finished once you finish the key. How you finish the key? Space. I'm using space, then it says valid. That's not great. that is not good. Actually, key press means this. Key press means finish the key and use another key, then key press is recognized. So now what is the good event for this? Key press is not good for this. What is the good event? Don't use key press. You can use what? Key up. Key up is immediately when you release the key, it will verify. That means now see J invalid, O invalid, H invalid, N immediately valid. I am not using any space. So when to use key up, key down, and when to use key press. If you are verifying the characters that user is typing, then always use key up and key down. If you are verifying the code, then don't use key up, key down. Why we should not use key up, key down for code? Because key up, key down cannot get the code. They cannot get the code of characters easily. That is not good. So for example, see now. What I am doing here, when user is typing, I want to get the code. So console.log. To get the key code, e dot, I am using key code. Key code will get the key code. Which key he is typing? Code. Key code means ASCII codes, you know. What are the ASCII values? A, uppercase A starts with 65. Uppercase Z is 90. Lowercase a 97 and Z is 122. That is the range of ASCII codes of characters. And see now, so key code, I am trying that. I will type uppercase A. So it shows E is not defined, E, and this E is what? Event. Okay, just event argument. Now I am typing uppercase A. You see it says, so you see 1665. I am B and you see 1666. So wrong codes are coming. You have another option also. We have a key code. What is it? We have char code. Char code we will see. And I type here. It says 0. It is unable to get the code correctly. Now we will change the event. Instead of key up, what we will use? Key press. When I use key press and you see it gets the correct code. So key up, key down are not good in code. Which one is good in code? Key press is good in code. Suppose you see websites, when user is typing password, they will verify capital letter is on or not. If accidentally you typed a caps, then immediately they show warning saying that caps is on. That means caps is a key which don't have any character. Then how we know that caps is used or not? How we know control is used, shift is used, caps is used, enter is used. These all are having codes and values. We can use them. So if you are verifying the characters, then use key up and key down. If you are verifying the codes, then always use key press. This is the basic thing a JavaScript developer should know. When to use key up, key down, and when to use key press. Right? Now we will implement in one small example. So let's see one simple example. So the point is very simple. Key up and key down are recommended to handle interactions with the characters that user key in, that user keys in, key in, yeah, key in. So key press key press is recommended to handle the character code. You can say the character ASCII code. To handle the ASCII codes. So the common key event arguments, key event argument properties are, we have like key code, char code, which key, shift key, control key, alt key, like this. These are commonly used properties. So generally in events, these are all the event arguments related to keys. So we have to use in different occasions. For example, let's see one example here. So how the key events are used. What are the basic key events and how to handle them. So let's create one example related to keys. So I will create a component key demo.jsx. So export function key demo and return a simple presentation here. And here we will keep an option register user. And we have just a username. And we have a text box. Actually, this data later comes from database. But I will keep this in startup. So key demo is in startup. Okay, now we have a simple register form. What is the point is, usually in register forms in websites, what you see is you need a username. And when you are typing username is unique. Whatever username you given, that should not be taken by somebody else. So in our database, all the users information is available. When user is typing a new username, you have to compare, we show them that this username is already taken, please try another. Right? So that is a very common requirement in registration forms. You are taking a username, it should verify with existing users and report. So let's see how to do this. Suppose we are having data. Data we will keep in public folder users.what.json. This is an array of objects with user name. That is, username is a field. And this username is having like some, it is having a string. What is it? John. This is some username. Similarly, some usernames. Another username is John12. Another username John_NIT. Another username some David. So these are the users already we have in our database. Now in registration form, they should enter a new name which should not match with this. That means when user is entering his username, I have to verify is that name is already taken or not. If it is taken, I need to display a message. If not, then another. So what is the point is, the person who is registering, he should not take the name which is already here. He should take a new name. If he entered any name which is already in database, then it should show an alert saying that username is taken. That means now see what is the point. User is typing his username J, then it says available you can take. O, available you can take. H, it is available. N, it is taken. That means for every character it should verify. And I written John 1. Now it is available. John 1 is available. John 1 2 is taken. Every character it should verify while typing. Then what we do is here we will write an event. First we will write an event. First is we have to collect this username entered in text box. So constant username, set username, okay, and it is use state. What type of data we are expecting? String. It's a string. How to collect the username they are typing? So we have a function handle user name. E. What we have to do? Set username e dot target dot value. We will attach this on what change? Handle username. That means when user is typing the name, we will collect the username and we will store inside this username variable. That is the constant we are having. Okay. Now I have to verify whether that username is matching with the username or not. We will use another one, constant. So we will put as a status message, set status message, MSG. Use state, that status message is also empty. I want to show the status message below here. In the data definition, here I want to show the status message. I want to display the status message. Status message depends on what you are typing. So we have function verify name. This function should fire up for every character. It should verify. So then what is the event? On. What is it? Key up. Key up or key press? Which event we have to use? Key up. Why? We are not verifying the code of character. We are verifying the characters. Then key up. On key up, what should happen? Verify name. Now what we have to do is, on key up, we have to verify the name. Where is the name? Name is in our data. Data is in a file called user.json. We have to collect it. What you do? Axios.get. Get from where? Users. Users dot what? JSON. Dot then, if it is successful, we have to get a response. Response is nothing but users. Actually, it is response. Okay. This response actually contains, response have data na? That response data contains all the users. All the users, an array is coming, and in that array we have an object, array of objects. Every object have a property called username. So now here I have to read every user. From that array I have to verify every user. I have to verify every user from the array. So what we are doing is, here we are writing a simple for var user of response dot data. This is nothing but we are reading every user from this data. Actually, this response data is what? It is an array. It is an array of what? Object. So this response data we are reading, you know, for in, for off. In JavaScript, for in is used for reading all the keys. For off is used for reading all values. That means this value will come and it will be stored in user. Now here we have a property. User have a property. What is the property? Username. So what we will do is we will write a condition. If user dot, what is it? Username is matching with the username we entered in text box. Whatever username we entered in text box we stored here na. So if it is matching with, what is it? Username. If it is matching with username, what should happen? Set status message as username taken. It is already taken. Try another message should come. After that break, it should stop. You know, loops and iterations must break. Otherwise, it will continue to the next. Once it is satisfied, it should break. It should come out. Otherwise, set status message as what? Username available. Username available. So you can take it. So now see the logic here. What we are doing is when and where we are displaying this status message below. Status message is shown here. So when I click and start typing some username, it says username available. JOH available. JOHN, it is taken. Try another. That means it is comparing with my data. As of now, we are having a JSON file. And this is the logic. And usually later you will have API. And API data comes from our database. In MongoDB, MySQL, we will keep the data, bring it and use it. That later you will see how to create a full stack application end to end. But this is the logic used for registration. Whenever user is typing, we should verify whether the name is already there or not and show. And John 1 is available again. John 1, 2 is taken. It should show. And now I want to change the color. If available, the status message should be green. If taken, status message should be red. How you will change the color of message? Dynamically, I should able to change. So you can use style binding or a class. Yesterday we learned class binding, how we can apply the classes. So what we will do now is we will create another constant. This is error class. Okay, set error class. And use state. Error class is empty. We don't have any. This error class we will apply to this data definition where we are showing the status message. How to apply? Class name dynamically coming from where? Error class. And what should happen? If username is taken, then set error class as text danger. Because this is the class name of Bootstrap. Already in Bootstrap we have the class name. If we don't have, we have to create such classes. Already Bootstrap have a text danger class, I am applying it. And if it is available, then set error class. What is the set error class? Set error class, it should be what? Text success. Text success we are giving. That means now we are changing the class dynamically for element. Now what happens? I click, I am typing John username available. John username available, now it is taken. John 1, it is available. 1, 2, it is taken. That's how we implement this logic. That means we don't wait until user types everything. We will immediately verify for every character. And for that we need to use key events. So collect the username he is entering, verify with the data. If it is matching, show the message. So this is very commonly seen in registration forms of every website, because user should take a new name. It should not be taken by anybody else. So that's the logic. And now the point is, why we don't prefer here key press, on key press? Why don't we prefer on key press here? On key press, you see, already it works actually, but already they given a warning. You see, it says strikeout. Strikeout is nothing but React 18 and higher versions. They recommend that don't use this anymore. Why they say don't use this anymore? Because this is not good for verifying the characters. If you want to verify code, you can use it, but still they say that in future don't try this. You use alternative technique. Now tell me alternative technique without key press, how to get the code of character. You already have string functions in JavaScript now. In JavaScript string functions, we have a method char code at. Am I right? In JavaScript string functions, you have char code at, which will return the character code. You can try that. But don't use this key press. You see, it says that it is deprecated. It is deprecated. Means see, the declaration marked as deprecated. Marked as deprecated means, and they say that use key up or key down instead. So marked as deprecated means they haven't removed it. They are just marking this, and they are telling that in future you will not able to use it. As of now you can use, because remember, any software, when they release a new concept, they don't remove the old concept immediately. They will keep the old concept for few years, not few days and months also, few years. They will keep at least for 1-2 years also. That means for 1 year, it will be still working, but they will give you warning saying that this is now outdated, don't use it. But still our developers can use them. Why they can use them? Because already their projects earlier built on it. Now suddenly you remove an option and it will not work. That's problem. So we have to warn the people that after few days we will remove. Please don't try this anymore. But still now it works, but it's not recommended to use. Always use which events? Key up and key down. So here which one is better? Key up. Key up is good. When to use key press also I will show you. When to use key press, you will see in actually now not recommended, but in many projects already they are using it. And when they have to verify the codes, they use key up and key press events, not key up and key down. Why? Key up, key down cannot get the codes correctly. Then which one can get the code correctly? Key press. So we will do one more here. Suppose I have a password and we are using input type is a password. Now what should happen is, when anyone is typing the password, so this is John, it's fine, it is available, it is taken, John underscore available, NIT, it is taken. So you entered something like David is also taken. David 1 is available. It will verify with the data we are having. That's okay. Password, accidentally if anybody types caps, then it should warn me saying that caps is on. So how do you know whether a capital letter entered or not? So what we will do is, we will write one event here, function verify caps, and we will use E as event argument. This should fire up when user is typing the password. Then what we will do here, on, we will use an option on key press. It is deprecated, but marked as deprecated, still it is available. You can use. So here handle, what is it? Verify caps. Verify caps should work. Now I need to get the character code and I need to display some warning here. I will put a data definition. I will put a span class bi exclamation triangle I will use. And here I will put as a warning. And in the warning we will put as caps on. And text as what? Warning. And actually this is the message we have. That is the message we are having. And I don't want to show this message. When to show the message? When capital letter is on. When you entered any capital letter, it should show this warning. If capital letter is not on, hide. How you can show and hide any element in HTML using JavaScript? Using JavaScript, how you hide any element on screen? How you show any element on screen? We can use styles display none, display block, or we can have CSS classes. CSS, Bootstrap have CSS classes. Generally in JavaScript, what you do, style dot what? Display. You can keep it as none, or you can keep it as inline, or you can keep it as block, or you can keep it as inline block. You have so many styles. None means it will hide. It will hide. And important is you can apply classes also. Actually, Bootstrap have a class called dNone, that is display none, and dBlock, that is display again. We can use these classes also. So what I will do is here I will put a constant. This is toggle class, and set toggle class. Set toggle class. Actually set toggle. Toggle is enough. Toggle and set toggle is equal to use state. Use state. By default, I want as dNone. Default class is dNone. We will apply this toggle class to this container, to this data division. We will put a class name. It is what? Toggle. That is nothing but dNone. dNone means it will be hidden. It will not be there. When to display it? When there is a capital letter. How do you know whether they entered a capital letter or not inside the text box? Here we need to write the code. What is it? If e dot, how to get the code of character? Actually, to get the code of character that user is typing, in JavaScript you have three properties: key code property, char code property, and which. In JavaScript, to know which key they have typed, which key they have used, there are three properties: key code, char code, which. All will return the code, but which is better? Why? Because actually keyboard have different layouts. You know, Mac keyboards are different. Apple keyboards are different from Windows keyboards. So keyboard layouts are different. In some keyboards, key code, char code don't work properly. That's the reason all keyboard supports one common property, and that is what? Which. So always use which. So what I am doing here, so e dot which, it will get the code if it is greater than or equal to 65, and e dot which is less than or equal to how much? 90. Means what? If the code of character is between 65 to 90, means it is a capital letter. If it is a capital letter, show the warning. How to show the warning? Set toggle as what? dBlock. dBlock is a class which is used to show the element. And how to hide the element? Otherwise it is lowercase. Then how to hide the element? Set toggle as what? dNone. dNone will hide the element. dBlock will show, dNone will hide. If your character is between 65 to 90, means it is in capital, then automatically show the block. Otherwise hide the block. That means now you see I am typing password. Suppose I am typing password. As of now the password is okay, fine. Suddenly I entered a capital letter. It shows warning. It says that warning caps is on. And I removed this and I am typing something again normal. You suddenly entered a capital letter, it shows warning. That is generally done by using this technique. These are real life keyboard events. You can see a registration, login form. These are all using key events very regularly. Because they don't wait until you finish everything. They will verify for every character. Usually when you are typing username, they don't wait until you click register button. While typing itself, they will tell that this is wrong. You know, password strength. We can show password strength also. Password strength is strong. Password strength is poor. Password strength is average. Means we can do that. We can show in graphics also. We can put in graphics and we can display. That's a very common requirement in websites. When user is typing the password, show the strength of password. For example, let's see. Now, how do you verify the strength of password and display? This is an example of key events, key demo dot what JSX. And okay, let's do another one. Instead of here verifying the keys and all, I will not use this one. Okay. What I want here is, I want the password strength to show. I will not use this error class. Later I will keep that. This is, this is related to username. Username is fine. Let's write for password. So now what should happen is, this verify caps also removed. Yeah. Now I want password strength to display here. When user is typing the password, I want to show the strength of password. Strength of password, is it weak? Is it poor? Generally, suppose how you do that in your JavaScript, you learnt regular expression. Regular expressions, you learnt about how to write the patterns. Suppose password should be 4 to 15 characters, at least one uppercase letter. How you will verify? Password must be 4 to 15 characters with at least one uppercase letter. JavaScript. In JavaScript, you learn about regular expressions, patterns, how to write them and how to verify them. Why you are learning JavaScript? For Java, .NET, UI, full stack and all. The main purpose of JavaScript is to design validations for forms. If a Java developer says that I can design a registration form but I don't know how to write validations, it's like joke. It's like pure joke. Like what you are talking. That means you are a Java or a .NET or some developer and you can design a form and you cannot write validation for the form. That's silly. And all the validations are not written in Java, .NET or Node.js. They are written in JavaScript. And these validations are very common. Password validation, email validation, they are very common. Without that, there is no form at all. So these are regular expressions. We already know in JavaScript how to write regular expression. Let's see one example here. See, now I want to show the password strength. Is it poor? Is it weak? Is it strong password? And I have a requirement. See, first point is we need to collect the password they are typing and verify. How do we verify while typing the password? Here we will put one message also. Constant password pwd msg set pwd msg means password message. Use state, it is actually empty. Now when user is typing the password, collect the password he is typing. That means you need one event function handle what? Password change E. Okay, this should fire up on key up. We have to use what? On key up. On key up, verify this is what? Handle password change. On this we will collect the password. And now we have to verify the password they are typing is matching with our regular expression or not. And how do we write regular expression? Let's see. So first, if e dot target dot what? Value. E dot target dot value is the value that you entered as password. It is a string. String have a method called match. Strings usually have a method called match. Match is to verify whether it is matching with a regular expression or not. In JavaScript, how to write regular expressions? In double slash. I already showed you in data types. Now how to write a regular expression? Question mark equal dot star square a hyphen z. This indicates at least one uppercase letter 4 to 15 characters alphabet. What is this pattern in JavaScript? It indicates that your password can be a string, alphabets, numbers, and underscore is allowed. Slash W means that slash W means lowercase alphabet allowed, uppercase alphabet allowed, number is allowed, underscore is allowed. And what does this means? It indicates at least one should be an uppercase letter and range should be between 4 to 15. If it is matching, then what should happen is we will put password message. Set password message. We will put password message as strong password. That means the password is strong because it is matching the expression. Otherwise, else what should happen? I will check another condition. What is the condition? Password length is minimum 4. If it is not even minimum 4, it is very poor password. So I will check condition. How to check? E dot what? Target dot what? Value dot what? Length. Length is less than how much? 4. That means it is not even matching 4. Then set password message as poor password. We will put as poor password. Otherwise, what should happen? It is greater than 4 but still not having uppercase letter. Then we will set password message as what? Password message as what? Weak password. Like this we can put the message. That means we are verifying the password strength and we are displaying here. Here I want to show the password message. Password message we want to show. Now when user is typing the password, I am typing the password here and I entered poor password because minimum 4 characters are required. Minimum 4 I am writing. It's a weak password now. I am adding alphabets, numbers, but still it is weak. Why? Because it needs at least one uppercase letter. And I written one uppercase letter. Now it is strong. That is the pattern we written. And we are verifying the pattern, whether it is matching or not. So this is general JavaScript logic of verifying. Same we are using here. Only the point is we are showing messages using binding. React binding we are using to show the message. Logic is same. You collect the password, verify. Suppose I want to show graphically, and colors also important. Suppose I want to show graphically. Graphically means what? You see websites will show password strength. How they show actual? You know, websites, they show the password strength using a meter element. In HTML you learned meter, na? Meter will show a bar like this. Huh? In HTML you learned meter, progress bars, right? Those are HTML elements. By using these meter, progress bar elements we can show. You want more better animated, then you can use Bootstrap also. You can use Bootstrap if you want more better animated. These meter are HTML things, not very much animated. For example, you see this data list, I will give a class as W25. That means width 25 I will give. And these all we are having a class name as form control. This is also class name form control. I'm just adding some, and you see that's fine. And this meter is having class name W100. That means the width will be like this. Now in the meter, I want to show the status. Is it strong? Is it weak? Some status I want to show. You know, meter will have a, so min is a number. Min is how much? 1. Max is how much? 100. Min is 1, max is 1. Value will be changing. That means what we will do is we will create a state constant. This is strength and set strength. Okay, use state. Strength is actually initially 0. Strength is 0. Or it will start with how much? 1. This strength we will apply as value here. That means meter have a value. The value comes from where? Strength. Okay. Now if it is a strong password, set strength as 100. If value password is poor, what is it? Set strength as 20. If it is weak, then set strength as some 70. Okay, now see what happens when user is typing the password, then it will show like this. This is poor. That is strength we are displaying through a meter. And minimum 4 characters is entered. Now it is weak. And one uppercase letter is entered. One uppercase letter is entered, it is strong. This is a plain strength. We can put colors effects. We can add animations and effects because websites usually do that. They don't show in a plain way. Several websites show different concepts. That means here you see the color of this string also should change. For poor password, it should be red. For weak password, it should be yellow. And the strong password, it should be green. Some websites don't use these meters. These meters are HTML elements. Through these HTML elements, you can easily display. Some websites use different animation. For example, see a better animation, because what is problem with meter is I can't show message inside the meter. It should be below, above or beside. We can't show message inside. Then we can try your Bootstrap, you can try instead of this meter. Meter is okay. I will do one thing. I will copy this example using password with meter. Let's do more better than meter. If you want more better than meter, then remove this meter strength and remove wherever you given this meter strength. Set strength we are removing. And we will completely remove the meter element. I don't want this meter. Okay, then what we will do is, we will here also in the data definition, we will use a div. We will use a div. This div will use a class progress, and inside this another div. This will have a class progress bar. Progress bar. Actually, this is a Bootstrap progress bar. Bootstrap progress bars are better in animation when compared to your HTML progress bars. But how to control this Bootstrap progress bar, we need to do that, right? So it can have colors effects also. Progress bar can have colors. So what I will do is, if it is strong, weak passwords, let's do one thing. For this progress bar, we need to change the classes. So let's apply here. We will create here constant progress class. We are applying progress class. So what the progress class? Set progress class. Okay. We have use state and it is empty as of now. Progress class is empty. Progress bar width is controlled. That means 20%, 50% is controlled by using style. So we will use a constant progress width. Progress width, set progress width. Progress width we will set is equal to use state. It is actually an object which contains width. Width is how much? Empty as of now. It will have only one width. This width, progress width, we will apply to the progress bar as a style. That means we have to give what? Style. Style we will get from where? Progress width. That means the progress width will be adjusted accordingly. This class is coming from another place. It is coming from where? Progress class. Style is coming from width and progress class is coming here. Okay, now see what happens. If it is strong password, set width, set what? Progress width. Set progress width how much you want. Means it is an object. It is having a property width. Width should be 100%. If it is strong password, width should be 100%. First we will apply this. Second, we need another one. Set progress class. What is the progress class we need? Progress bar. And we can have BG success. BG success is background success. Progress bar stripped. And progress bar animated. These are the classes for progress bar. I will copy these two lines. And if length is poor, then how much width we will give? If length is poor, I will give width as how much percent? 20%. BG we will give as what? Danger. Danger means red. Okay. And if it is weak password, what we will do? If it is weak password, width is how much? Some 70. And BG as what? Warning. I am using BG warning. And you see this time I entered the password. It shows like this. It have a different color now. We are using some animated. And you are entering minimum 4 characters. Now it is weak. Meter is okay. Your HTML meters will work fine, but they are not so animated, effective. Then what we do is we use the Bootstrap effects and we can implement that. And if the password is strong, then it is green. If password is not strong, it is weak. And if it is not weak, then it is poor. That means we can show graphically. What is speciality of this is actually in this progress bar, we can show message also. Progress bar have the ability to display messages also. That means what you can do inside the progress bar, here we can put as a password message. We can put the password message. That means poor password, weak password, so still weak password, strong password. We can put the text also inside. This is what generally people use in websites. And remember here, style binding, class binding, data binding, everything we are implementing. Event binding. That means data binding, collecting the data and using the data. Style binding, applying dynamically some styles. Class binding, applying dynamically some CSS classes. And event binding, triggering the events and performing the functionality on events. All are working in this area. And this is just to understand an event called key. These are key events. What are the key events we are having? Key up, key down, and key press. When to use these events, where these events are used in real time, this is the example. Wherever you see forms, while typing itself it is verifying, means they are using all key events. These are keyboard events. This is another example, but this time we made this example little better when compared to meter, because HTML have two elements, meter and progress. Meter and progress elements are not very great in animations. For animations we can use this, we can implement them, right? This is another example for that. This is another example of keyboard events. This is password with progress bar, and not HTML progress bar. It is a Bootstrap progress bar. We are using a Bootstrap progress bar to keep it better. So this is two set of events you have learned. One is mouse events. Another one is what? Keyboard events. We have now button events, element state events, so many. Button events means on click, on double click, on right click. Those are button events. Element state events means on change. So on blur, on focus. These are element state events. We will see some examples using that. We will see in next session. Tomorrow we will do that. Tomorrow we will discuss about button events, element state events. In tomorrow's session, we will design by using element state events. We will design like this. We will create a loan calculator like this. We will design a calculator like this. Now this is an loan calculator. Already our JavaScript people know how to design this in JavaScript, just the formulas and all. Here in React, you will see how to design. In React, what happens when user moves the slider, it should get the amount and show. User moves the slider, it should get the price year and show. Interest rate, it should get and show. When I click calculate, it should collect those values and calculate the loan amount, and they have to display. How these kind of designs are created. Here, what is the main event? Change. On change event, you are collecting the value and you are using. These are element state events. Element state events that we'll see tomorrow. Right? Tomorrow we'll continue with that. We will see some more examples with different other events tomorrow. Okay? Yeah. Yes, Tejaswani. What is your doubt?
Uh, Hi, sir. Good morning.
Morning.
Sir, in the previous doubt clearing session, I had asked you, because of you, because of the issue with Node.js version, all those packages and folders are not getting installed.
Huh.
Like, I had installed the latest version of Node.js,
Huh.
like it is 21 something.
Huh.
But still, those folders are not installing, sir. Only the node modules and package.json. These two are only installing. I had tried multiple times, but still it is not.
Can you share your screen once? We'll see.
Yes, yes.
Huh.
Sir, is it visible?
Okay.
Uh, I had tried these two, demo React app and demo React application. This also I had tried. This was installed like before the old version of Node.js. Now the Node.js version is 21.7.1 and the npm version is 10.5.0.
Huh.
Still,
Can you show the command prompt once?
yes,
We are not able to see the command prompt. You shared only a window. Can you share
yes,
entire screen once?
yes, yes,
Uh, you stop this and share one more time with entire screen.
yes, yes, sir, I will.
Uh,
So where this can be?
Stop
Yes,
scaring.
I had.
Okay, you share entire screen now.
Yes, yes. Sir, where this option is available to share the entire screen?
When you click the share button,
Yes, yes, I did, sir.
screen one, it says screen one, screen two, right?
Yes, yes, sir.
You select that.
There, okay, yes. This was command.
Okay. Now run, go to any drive and create a project.
I had selected this C drive.
You can just switch to C colon D colon like that in command.
Create.
Have you executed the command for the old
First,
version legacy? You have to run the legacy command also, na?
yes, 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 sir. That also I had. I did.
Once you run the legacy command, legacy command is npm config space set space legacy hyphen peer peer hyphen deps deps space true. Now you can run. Now run the command npx
Demo React.
anything.
It's an
That's enough.
Sir, is this the end? Still it has to...
No, still it has to finish.
Okay.
Meanwhile, you open the File Explorer.
Yes. Yes.
Once. Keep this open. Open the File Explorer. Window E. Window E will open the File Explorer.
And open this. Demo React.
You open the folder, huh?
Yes, sir. This is the folder. Sir, are you able to see my screen now?
No.
Or do I need to reshare this window?
Share entire screen, not window.
Yes.
Open that. Still it is not completed. It's still in the process. You need to finish that in the command prompt.
Okay.
It is taking a while. It should create. You should not terminate that.
Okay, sir.
Right? It should now create all the file system now. If there is termination in between, then it will unable to create all the file system.
Okay, sir.
Right? You need to wait until it is completely finished. It will show you the message like successfully project created.
Okay, sir. At the end, it is going to show the message successfully project completed.
Right. Yep.
Okay, sir. I will check this.